All right. After a wild stretch of power outages in Connecticut, heat waves over the 4th of July weekend, and even a rough little bug passed along by my 8-month-old son, we're finally back. And just in time. Because whether you're ready or not, we are now staring directly at the countdown, 2 weeks away from the start of Patriots training camp. That's right. 2 weeks from now, we'll finally see this roster out on the field, in pads, under the sun, grinding through drills and reps, with all eyes locked in on what this revamped New England team is really going to look like. Technically, we're about 2 weeks and a day out, but who's really counting? Today's already done. Tomorrow, the countdown is official, and the wait is almost over. This offseason has been filled with question marks, turnover, new energy, and fresh faces. But it's also carried over some lingering debates, none bigger than the one surrounding Terry McLaurin. His name keeps popping up in Patriot circles for a reason. And now, with a newly confirmed report surfacing from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, things are getting interesting. According to the report, McLaurin is unhappy with his current contract. He's in the final year of his deal, sitting at a base salary of $15.5 million. Now, in today's NFL, for a player who has operated as the Commanders' top wide receiver for years and produced consistently, even through quarterback chaos and offensive turnover, that number feels criminal. The man's been reliable, explosive, and professional through every kind of adversity. Yet his paycheck isn't even scratching the market value for top-tier wideouts. And here's the twist. McLaurin wants a new deal, and not just any deal. He's reportedly eyeing something north of $40 million per year. That's elite wide receiver money, and it opens the door for a massive debate. Should the Patriots, sitting on an improved cap situation and clearly heading into a new era under Mike Vrabel and Elliott Wolf, make a push for this kind of weapon? Or is that the kind of move that ties up your finances and throws off the slow, methodical rebuild they've been aiming for? Now, to be fair, McLaurin is about to hit that 30-year-old mark. And that's a sticking point. It's the reason the Commanders themselves are dragging their feet on handing him that big payday. He's still in his prime, but not by much. And once you cross that line in the NFL, especially as a skilled position player, the production curve can drop off fast. But this also might be the exact reason to go for it. You know what you're getting. This is not a rookie who might take 2 years to adjust or flame out entirely. This is a polished veteran with hands, speed, route running, and a toughness. To work over the middle or beat a corner deep, you're buying certainty, and for a young quarterback like Drake May, who's about to be thrown into the fire, having a guy like McLaurin out there could completely change the trajectory of his development. The timing couldn't be better. The Patriots, for all their recent struggles, still have that aura of seriousness when it comes to doing things the right way. Robert Kraft clearly made the decision to shake things up this offseason. Gone are the remnants of a broken offense. In their place, structure, identity, and a front office ready to make real moves. And speaking of moves, the roster turnover in Foxborough is no joke. We're talking about nearly half of last year's 53-man roster being replaced. That's an enormous shift. And if you zoom out even further to the 90-man offseason roster, only 47 players were on the team last year. That means more than 50% of this summer's roster is brand new. That's a total reconstruction, a clean slate. It's not just refreshing, it's bold. It sends a message to the league on the locker room that the standard is back. Mediocrity will not be accepted. 4 wins? That's not the Patriots way. And now, under Vrabel's leadership, the tone is going to be a lot different. Now, let's talk Max Crosby for a second, because this part of the offseason has given us some sneak peeks behind the scenes, and one of those involved Crosby working out with Kelevon Chaisson. And that's a name to remember. Chaisson's entering a prove-it year, and based on everything we've heard, he's hungry. He's laser-focused, working with one of the absolute best in the game in Crosby, trying to carve out his role as a pass-rushing specialist on third downs. That edge rotation in New England could get interesting real quick. Keion White is expected to take another step, Harold Landry is back and healthy, and now if you throw Chason into the mix and find the right packages, that group suddenly becomes a real problem for opposing offenses. What makes this even more exciting is that the Patriots seem committed to using these guys creatively. Maybe it's pushing Landry back into that outside linebacker role, setting the edge or dropping into coverage while White and Chason pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. Or maybe it's dialing up some NASCAR-style fronts on 3rd and long and letting all three come after the quarterback with speed and violence. Don't forget, there's also rookie Braden Swinson out of LSU, another high-motor guy with upside. This group has the potential to be disruptive. And in today's NFL, having a strong edge rotation can be the difference between surviving and thriving. And while we're on the topic of surviving versus thriving, it's worth revisiting this stat that's been making the rounds lately. Since the 2017 season, there have only been a handful of teams representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Think about that for a second. In a league that's supposed to be defined by parity, where any team can rise from the ashes and make a run, only 4 NFC teams have reached the big game since 2017. The Eagles, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Buccaneers. That's it. 3 appearances. For Philadelphia, 2 for San Francisco, 2 for Los Angeles, and 1 for Tampa Bay. That's not exactly a revolving door of contenders. That's a narrow path. On the AFC side, it's even tighter. The only franchises to reach the Super Bowl since 2017 are the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Patriots. That's it. And while New England hasn't been there recently, the fact that they're still included in that small group says a lot. It tells you that when things are right in Foxborough, when the coaching is tight, the roster is disciplined, and the quarterback play is steady, they're capable of making it all the way. Of course, the Tom Brady and Bill Belichick era looms large in that context. That's the legacy. But what's happening now is an attempt to build something that doesn't rely on legends. It's about constructing a modern contender piece by piece, and using the mistakes of the last few years as lessons rather than weights. And here's where it all comes together. You got a front office willing to be aggressive. You got an ownership group that's handed over the reins and said, make the tough calls. You've got a locker room that's been turned over, refreshed, re-energized. And you've got a fan base that, despite the frustration, still believes there's something special brewing if the pieces are put in the right place. That's where Terry McLaurin comes back into the picture. If the Patriots want to swing big and give their young quarterback a legitimate WR1 who can create separation, make contested catches, and be a leader in that receiver room, then now might be the time to strike. Because let's face it, how many opportunities are you going to have to add that kind of proven talent in his prime who actually fits the Patriots mold? Of course, there are financial considerations. A deal in the neighborhood of $40 million per year is a massive commitment. And we've seen this go wrong before. Teams betting big on aging stars who then break down or don't fit the system or clash with coaching staffs. But McLaurin isn't just any star. He's as steady and professional as they come. He's not a diva. He works. He blocks. He leads. And most importantly, he shows up. No matter the quarterback, no matter the coach, no matter the moment. Whether this happens or not, the fact that the Patriots are even in the conversation is a reflection of how far this organization has come since the end of last season. It's no longer about damage control or trying to squeeze out one more run from a declining core. It's about building something real, something tough, something sustainable. The kind of team Mike Vrabel knows how to lead. The kind of roster that might not win pretty every week, but will show up, punch you in the mouth, and do it for 60 minutes. And when you combine that kind of mentality with some elite playmakers on both sides of the ball, suddenly you're not just building a team, you're building a threat. There's a long road ahead. 2 more weeks until training camp, then preseason, then the real thing. But if the signs we're seeing now are any indication, the Patriots aren't content with being a footnote. They're aiming to matter again, to fight, to climb, and maybe, just maybe, to break through in a league where only a handful of teams have truly found the formula. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling in the NFL world as whispers emerge about JEDRICK WILLS Jr., the talented offensive tackle, potentially making a move to the New England Patriots. While no official announcement has been made, sources close to the situation suggest that the Patriots are actively exploring options to bolster their offensive line, and WILLS Jr. could be a prime candidate for this roster shakeup. JEDRICK WILLS Jr., known for his powerful blocking and agility, has impressed many since entering the league. His ability to protect the quarterback and open lanes for running backs has made him a standout player, drawing interest from several teams looking to strengthen their offensive front. The Patriots, renowned for their strategic approach and focus on strong line play, seem like a fitting destination for a player of his caliber. The Patriots have been quietly evaluating their offensive line performance this season, seeking to improve protection schemes and overall efficiency. WILLS Jr.'s arrival could signal a significant upgrade, potentially solidifying the left tackle position and providing the team's quarterback with much needed stability. Although the details of any potential deal remain under wraps, insiders speculate that New England's front office is positioning itself to make a compelling offer. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing with speculation over how WILLS Jr. would fit into the Patriots system. His blend of size, speed, and technique aligns well with New England's emphasis on versatility and disciplined execution. Moreover, his experience and leadership could prove invaluable in a locker room always hungry for excellence and championship aspirations. While the NFL landscape is full of surprises, the notion of JEDRICK WILLS Jr. heading to the Patriots adds an intriguing layer to the offseason narrative. If this move materializes, it could reshape the Patriots' offensive line dynamics and impact their competitiveness in the upcoming season. For now, the sports community remains on alert, eagerly awaiting confirmation or denial from the teams involved. The possibility alone has ignited conversations about a strategic move that might redefine New England's offensive outlook. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.